The polls are open across the state until 8 o'clock tonight. A lot of key races and a lot to keep in mind as a voter. So joining me now on the couch is the co-president of Greater Hartford League of Women Voters, Debbie Barone. Debbie, thanks for being with us.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you here. First question here, why is it so important that people get out to vote specifically today? Because generally, voter turnout is fairly low on primary day.
Primary day is very important because it gives you a chance to be directly influence your everyday life. Whereas at the national level, some of those decisions that are being made are more national in scope. This impacts your everyday life, your public safety, your economic development of where you live, your education, the budget. So it's really a good chance to exercise civic engagement and civic responsibility at the local level and to empower both the strength and vitality of local democracy.
What is the League of Women Voters doing to get more people involved and get people registered?
We do voter registration. We have partnered with several organizations to do voter registration. We participate in we partner with other organizations on voter registration. So we're out there in the community, in the Hartford region. We're a regional organization to get people registered to vote. We assist with voter registration.
And a lot of what you do is to educate people on what's out there, specifically who can vote in a primary. There are some rules and sort of regulations on whether you can vote in a primary or not, right?
Really, you have to be registered in a political party. That's the main thing. If
you can't be
18,
undecided.
You cannot be an undecided voter. You have to be registered for a political party. You have to be 18. You have to be a citizen and reside in a town in Connecticut.
And we've been reminding people that if you don't have your license or you can't find it, doesn't mean that prevents you from voting.
No, it doesn't. As you said on your previous newscast, you may need a pre-printed identification, or you can sign an affidavit if you don't have anything.
A lot of people are sort of shying away from politics these days and we're not wanting to get involved as much. But what's being done to really get people involved and just to keep people getting registered?
I think this is a critical time in our democracy for people to get involved and not shy away. There are so many issues, especially at the local level, impacting your everyday life. And I would say not only at the local level, but at the state and the national level. So it's important to participate not only in the local primary, but in all the elections coming up. And we're at a critical moment in our democracy. We need to make some important decisions about the direction the city's going to go in, Hartford, Bridgeport. And only if you vote do you have your voice is heard in those elections.
Yeah, the mayoral races in a lot of big cities very critical this year.
Yes.
And it's your right. It's your right to vote, right?
It is your right to vote. It's your civic duty to vote. It's your responsibility.
You can't complain if you don't vote.
Exactly. You can't complain if you don't vote. And voting is your chance to give a voice. And believe it or not, your vote makes a difference. People often think that, well, I'm registered, but I'm not going to go out there. It doesn't make a difference. It does make a difference. Votes can be decided by one person's vote.
Yeah, and it's a great time to educate and lead by example for your kids.
It is
Show
an
them
example.
What
you can set an example for a role model, not only family, your immediate family, your extended family, and the community.
Yeah.
You can set a role model for civic engagement.
All right, Debbie, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
A lot of important.